So, good evening. We're live on YouTube, and yes, I'm back for another live stream. Brand new piece of equipment, and yes, I'm live. There's a lot to catch up on here happening. Um, I'm liking the camera, I'm liking everything. I hope you're all well. It's Balogun, it's Danielek, it's Unai Emery, it's Stan Kroenke. There is so much going on, and we're terrible in the league as well. It's absolutely terrible. So let's get straight into it in a second. I hope you're good. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and yes, this is your time. And yeah, we'll just digest absolutely everything else. Forgive me if I'm a bit slow with this, but this computer just came through today, so hopefully it'll all go smoothly. So here we go. Yes, good evening, YouTube. Hope you're good. And yes, I wasn't going to go live, but so tempted just to be able to stream again. And yes, there's just been a lot happening with Arsenal, and I've been love making my short videos. But I want to get your comments, your feedback, and to see how you're all doing. Because at the moment, as an Arsenal fan, there's absolutely tons going on. And yes, a couple of people have joined the chat. Yes, Canon Fodder TV, good evening, sir. Hope you're well. Thank you for joining. Johnny D, good evening, sir. Thank you very much for joining. Hope you're well. Hit that like button and subscribe on you if you're new. On the way to 1.1k, and you're all wonderful. And thank you so much for tuning in. So, where do we start? So, if you look at the thumbnail, I want to talk about Florian Balogun. It's all a deflection, of course. You know what Arsenal are good at? You have a terrible, terrible result. And you know what? Let's drop Florian Balogun on Monday morning. Oh, yes, because that will make us forget how poor and terrible we are in the news. So if I can just share this, whether I can or not, I'm allowed. I'm not really bothered, but I just want to read a few pieces about it. Yes, just a couple of bits here. He's a promising young talent and has already shown so much quality in his performance. We're all looking forward to working with him during his continued development in the coming years. We have been, this quote I want to touch on. Mikel Arteta says, "We have been extremely impressed with Flo this season." So why haven't you started him? Why have you not played him? Why are you playing Eddie Nketiah at the weekend? Why was Balogun not even on the bench? He has continued to show his natural ability in many training sessions with us, and we have been equally impressed with his early integration into the first team squad on match days. I'm struggling how many times I've seen him in the squad or even starting. Guys, you can obviously remind me if I've forgotten, but Mikel Arteta telling Porkies again. He has given us glimpses with the performance, and of course, with his 2 goals already for the first team. The hard work starts here for Flo, and we're all looking forward to supporting and working with him in years to come. So that's just a snippet. I want to get obviously your feeling, but for me, that's this breaking today. Why are you breaking it today? Stan Kroenke is all over the news. Yeah, and you've got the defeats in the league. The league were absolutely terrible, and yes, it it just for me just thinks why now? because there's no other good if you're the board and everything, all the heat's on Stan Kroenke, all the heat's on the league because we're terrible in the league. Let's not have that right. We are awful in the league. So that's the only good piece of good news they could drop because after what happened on Friday with the protests, the heat on the board, the the owners, everything is astronomical. So they had to drop this today because they got nothing going for them. It's not just the Cronkies, it's the board, it's the whole shebang. So if it was me, I'd clear the lot out if I could. So, but that is good news because I want to see him. But why was Eddie Nketiah starting against Everton? He needs to go. Let me know what you think in the comments. He For me, Balogun is better than Eddie Nketiah by what I've seen. Eddie Nketiah doesn't hold the ball up well. He he's not as seems to be as a natural finisher as Balogun. And when Balogun has come in the team, he's just taken his chance. He's barely had any chances. So Mikel Arteta, going by what you said there, we've barely seen him. So I want to see more of him. I don't want to see Eddie Nketiah. I want to see Martinelli. I want to see Balogun. I want to see Smith Rowe. I want to see Saka. I want to see these young kids who are and really, really want to do well for Arsenal because I think if we were to talk a bit more about Eddie Nketiah, he's had a lot of chances. So I think it's time to move him on. And Balogun's obviously signed for 4 years and more, and he's going to be hopefully we're going to be seeing a lot more of him because what I did see of him in the Europa League, great finisher, great touch, and a great goal scorer. So yeah, that is the good news. Well, there's obviously more good news because obviously we can touch on. I did a video earlier about Daniel Ek teaming up with Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp, and Patrick Vieira, three absolute Arsenal legends, to try and uh, uh, con- con- consortium, shall I say, have a consortium of proper Arsenal men to run this club because we don't have Arsenal men. So I am interested, but I've been trying to read more about Daniel. And this is what I know, and then I'll get your opinion as well. Um, Obviously, he's a Swedish guy. He speaks a lot about the fans. He's always supported Arsenal. It says that he's even in his meetings with Spotify, if Arsenal games are on, he's watching them. He's an Arsenal fan. He says he loves watching Arsenal, and he's watched Arsenal since Anders Limpar days. And we all know about Anders Limpar if we know our Arsenal history, don't we? So um, I think this is positive, but we need to see more. It's just because a week ago we didn't know about Daniel Egg. Obviously, we know he's a Spotify owner and he's a very, very successful young billionaire, and well done to him. But I need to see more. I would like to know that he does want to involve the fans. This is important because of that protest is about the fans. And for me, I want to know more about his long-term vision because we've got a billionaire who doesn't give a damn. We've got a billionaire who just wants to make as much money as possible of Arsenal, well, without investing a penny of his own. But if, say, this guy somehow convinces Cronky to sell, does will he involve the fans, or will it be just another billionaire owner? Because and what role would Dennis Bergkamp have? Patrick Vieira and Thierry Henry, would they be CEO? Would they be technical director? We need to see more because it is positive and it is really good that someone so he is obviously a powerful young man. He can hopefully. We all want Cronky out, but I don't want to get. Um, I don't want to get just another billionaire and have the same problems because otherwise it would be a revolving cycle. So I want to see somebody, like he says, if he loves and cares for Arsenal, then yeah, it's good. But I would like to see more of a package of what he exactly wants. So cannon fodder, Alex, I presume. It would be nice if there was a consortium rather than a one-man band. Yes, so I presume you're in favour of this. Um, yeah, and the fact that if he was to involve the fans, get Arsenal men on board, and to get people that love Arsenal and understand Arsenal, me as a fan, and I presume you as fans, would be on board by this because it's a positive development. But where's Dangote? Where is Dangote? Where are you, mate? This is your chance, Mr. Dangote, Africa's richest man in the world. This is your chance. Where are you? Are you going to put your hand into this? Let me throw this out. Danielek or I can't even pronounce his first name, but Dangote. Who would you rather have? Because they're both Arsenal fans. I believe Dangote is more wealthy, but Dangote hasn't said anything about bringing Arsenal men in. And Daniel Ek, Ek, Ek has said that I will bring these guys in. So he's already making the right noises. If you could choose Daniel Ek or Dangote, D or D, who would you choose and why? Because it's not. It would be really amazing if I woke up tomorrow and Daniel and Dangote's put a bid in to buy Arsenal, and there could be a well, that could drive up the price. So let me know what you think. Nippon, good evening. Hope you're good, mates. Abramovich and Sheikh are the people's billionaires. Yeah, that's a good point. You see their faces, you know who they are, and guess what? They dip into their pockets. They used their money. And guess what? It works. The two most successful clubs in the last 10 years are Chelsea and Manchester City in England. And these two guys are a big part of it. Johnny says at least the Swede would be at the game supporting. Yes, good point. I think he would care. He looks like he wants to venture out of Spotify, and this has just done the rounds everywhere. So there is definitely legs on it. And I want to know more. I want to learn more about this guy. And is he going to go try and obviously a German model with the 51% fans would need government approval, but is he going to push for that maybe? So it is real interesting to hear that this it's not going to be in Sky Sports, BBC, and over every single news journal if there isn't some legs in it or some credibility. So I'm excited and I want to see where this goes. So let me know, do you think that this is true? Do you think that there are legs on this? And do you think that Daniel Ek could actually buy Arsenal? Do you see this happening? And I'm excited. So yes, guys, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and thanks for jumping in just to catch up on what's happening. And yes, so much we've done. Let's talk about we forgot. We've got a bloody big game on Thursday. Unai Emery's back. I'm not going to make fun of him because I liked him. I'm not, but Unai Emery, the Europa League specialist, is back on Thursday. And I think he's going to be licking his lips I think he will. So before I delve into Unai Emery, in my opinion, just get a few more of your comments. Chris, good evening, mate. Well, yeah, I'm starting to do a lot better, and yes, improving, improving. I hope you're good, mate. You're looking well in your picture. Chris says, actions speak louder than words. Daniel Ek needs to bid. No good just saying it, actually do it. Yes, I want to see it. I want to see Daniel Ek putting, getting out there, and nobody likes Cronkies, none of them. And if he does put a serious bid, then Arsenal fans will, you know, all the ones I was speaking to like it, but we can't get carried away. We need to know more. We need to know more about him. Nipan says, I'm convinced Stan Kroenke is a top. Jeez. Oh, yeah. He doesn't give a damn about Arsenal, so I see your point. Drawn by Dre. Hi, Alex. Thanks for checking out my Cronky Out protest video. You're welcome, mate. Could you guys check it out? Yes, I like to have it out. Drawn by Dre. Great Arsenal YouTuber. Very passionate about his club. Go and check him out and watch his videos. The McManus. Hi, how are you, mate? If this deal happens, it would be incredible. We need Stan out. He's destroying our club. Yes. He's been here over 10 years. I don't want to hear that he's got more. Okay, there was an argument I was hearing that he's got more money than Daniel Ek. So what? Where he's just using the club's money to self-sustain. He's not putting his money into it. You know, just because someone's got more money doesn't mean they'll be a better owner. We need someone who cares about this club, who loves this club, and will, when times are hard, like now, get in your pocket and get out your checkbook. I hope that answers your question. Cannon fodder. Alex, David Ornstein has said Cronky will not sell unless it's a sizable amount someone offers him. Yes, I think he is a very greedy man and he's only here for business. And will 2 billion even be enough? Going by that, what you're saying. Nipan says Francis Coquelin to score the winner at the Emirates. Yes. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Mr. Unai Emery. We all know he's a specialist in the Europa League. He's won it 3 times. He took Arsenal to the final with a much worse team. He had a better record than Arteta. And if I knew Unai Emery was coming in, if Arteta was coming in, I would never have wanted Unai Emery to leave. But that's done and dusted now. And I think we should be very worried because if we look at they just played Barcelona at the weekend, doing my little research. They lost 2-1. They did have a player sent off, and I think we should be very worried. I think we shouldn't underestimate him because remember, he knows most of these players, and he is going to be so fired up to beat us. He's going to want to get one over us, knock us out, and get Arteta the sack. That will be his aim. Unai Emery is going to need no motivation for this game. A Coquelin OG would be good, says Johnny D. Yeah, I think if we're going to go by our league form, and we've got absolutely no chance. But if we go against how we played against Slavia Prague when we had motivation because of the racism, that really upsets. To be honest, that upsets me because we got fired up for a really good cause. Why can we not get fired up just for any other matches? Why does it have to take such a serious incident to fire Arsenal up? It's despicable. We should be fired up every single game, not from it when there's a certain incident when the whole world is with us to beat Slavia Prague. Because when we play Villarreal, the whole world's not going to be with us to beat Villarreal. Okay, so we're shot for confidence at the moment. There's a lot of different press going around, and clearly, I think the if we go back to the Everton game just to digest it a bit more, um, clearly the fans would have clearly the fans clearly the players would have heard the fans outside the ground, so that clearly would have impacted their performance. But it should have impacted their performance for the right reason, to beat Everton, not set another record. Over 25 years since we last lost to Everton at home, they've done the double over us. Mikel Arteta is a record setter. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. So this is make or break for Arteta. In my opinion, no matter what, he need. This is another thing. He's getting away with it because of the Cronkies, Arteta, and because there's no fans in the stadium. Arteta is getting away with it. He can do what he wants, and this. Why is nobody talking about Arteta? Because it's important. We need to talk about him. 13 losses at home. Sorry, in the season. We're probably going to finish eighth or ninth if we're lucky. Yes, True Gunner, big up, Alex. Thank you very much, and congratulations on 600 subscribers. Well done. Go and give him a sub, guys, if you haven't done already. Mikel Arteta has to go. He's breaking the wrong records. FFS. Yes, you know my thoughts on him. My opinion, even if he wins the Europa League, he needs to go because a cup competition is much easier to win. It's not easy, but it's easier to win the league. Anyone wins the league gets my utmost respect because it is bloody hard. 38 games with what we 10th? I don't even know. 10th, 11th? 38 games. I need to see someone at Arsenal who's going to elevate us up this table. And this squad is not a 10th place squad, no matter what players we've got. We've still got some good players there. And he needs to leave, no matter what. Even if he wins the Europa League, bye bye. It's not good enough. My club should be challenging for the league. And if this Daniel Ek comes in, do you think he would want to keep Mikel Arteta? Because for some reason, Mikel Arteta can do no wrong, and this winds me up. People in the media, people in big accounts still seem to believe in this guy, and I have no idea because he won an FA Cup. So what? It's a cup. Wigan won an FA Cup. Look where they are. An FA Cup doesn't mean, anything. Tribuna says, who would you bring in, Alex? For me, Allegri, Rafa, or Nagelsmann? Rafa, for a good few years, and then possibly. What I would like is to bring a Rafa Benitez and then really plan for the long-term future of Arsenal. Rafa knows the Premier League. Rafa did miracles in Newcastle. And speaking to all Newcastle fans, he is missed at Newcastle, and he knows the Premier League. He knows what it means. So yeah. But going back to the game, talking about Thursday, I am very concerned because we've had that Slavia Prague performance, but can we have another Slavia Prague performance against Unai Emery? That's the question. And I don't trust this team at all. Do you? Because Arteta will play a 4-2-3-1, maybe a three at the back. You can probably predict what his lineup will be, and I think it hasn't helped that Lacazette and Aubameyang haven't been, but Aubameyang, he is potentially back. He's been training on his own today, so yeah, we need. I think if we're to win this Europa League, we need an Aubameyang or a Lacazette, or it's not going to happen. And I'm very concerned with Thursday's game because this could go either way. So I will open the lines in a bit, just for a while, and then I also want to touch on Stan Kroenke. Yes, the Kroenke out protest. I wish I could have gone, but having to look after my boy, I couldn't. It wouldn't have been right. So absolutely well done. Absolutely amazing to all the people who are there. Respect to you. And let's keep doing this. Let's get him out. But it's him and Arteta. It's not. I know he's just a small part of the problem, but Kroenke out and Arteta out. The thing that worries me the most is that Emery knows how to get to finals, especially in the Europa League. He won it 3 times in a row in Sevilla. Exactly, mate. He's going to know. On top of that, he knows Arsenal. He knows our strengths and weaknesses. And guess what? He can change things through the game. He's got. He's tactically aware. He's got things up his sleeve. Arteta doesn't. So yeah, the people went to the protest. Amazing. And if there's a date and I can go, I will go. So I'm just keeping my eyes out. But we can't just stop there. Also, it's all very well. I think this is important for me to raise. It's very, very good that we do this protest, but we also need to stop buying merchandise because hit them in the pockets. The reason Arsene Wenger got sacked because also no one was coming to the matches. So it'd be very interesting to see when fans are allowed back, if Arteta's still here, would they vote with their feet? But I think because we've been so starved of football, um, I think a lot of fans will just want to go back anyway. But if you want to really get them out, you need to hit them in the pockets and stand with your feet. So yeah, I think that kind of covers well, yeah, and that's just how poor we've been in the season. I think the league is just petering out. And quite frankly, I've had enough of the league. If the season was to end now, I'd be like, yes. So I'm just gonna do this, open the lines up, and if you if you want to come on, as long as it's respectable and I know who you are, I'll invite you on and we will have a chat. But there's it, and if you do want to come on, you're welcome. Have your say. Tell me what you think about Balogun, about the Daniel X situation, and are you scared or are you confident we'll beat Unai Emery? Hello, Mohammed Chib. Are you from Algerian Gunners, one of his subscribers? If so, I believe so. I remember your name. If I'm wrong, let me know. That's a proper badge. I like that, Mohammed. I like that badge. We need that back on our crest, a proper badge like that. The shining point of Villarreal is our weak point, which is the spirit of the group. Emery is doing a great job these days. Yes, he was unlucky against Barcelona. My friend was saying I didn't, watch it, but I think we should be concerned. And I'm not sure if we'll go through. I don't particularly like predicting what's going to happen, but I would say that we should be worried and we should respect Unai Emery. He got us to a final with a poor team, a worse team, but a worse team than this. So you say, yes, I am. Okay, welcome to the chat. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Guys, hit that like button. And if you haven't done, just click the subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Any all that sort of support is really, really good. And you are all wonderful. So there's I think if we are going to beat Emery, Arteta needs to have a plan B and C because if I know that we're going to do a 4-2-3-1, you can bet Unai Emery knows we're going to do a 4-2-3-1 because and he's managed PSG, Sevilla. He's got experience, and if there's no Lacazette, if there's no Bamiyang, if he goes with Eddie and Nketiah, and if he leaves Martinelli out completely, we're going out. No chance of us going through. And for all the people that love Arteta, would you still keep him if Unai Emery knocks out Mikel Arteta? Would you still keep him because he wouldn't have a leg to stand on? Because for me, in all my 30 years I've supported Arsenal, I know we've got a lot of problems, but Mikel Arteta has not helped it, and he's just been learning on the job, and that is not right to be learning on the job. He should have gone somewhere else. And then, no, but not come to Arsenal because I don't think he'll ever be right for Arsenal. It's league position that matters. Then it is going to be possibly, or certainly in my lifetime where I've supported Arsenal, this will be if we finish 10th for 11th, this will be my worst experience. Maybe you can be that. But yes, if anyone wants to come on, let me know. Have your say. It'd be good to chat to you guys. I know there's a lot of people online, I've just noticed, but I wanted to test out my computer and it's all working all good. So I can do more streams for people as well as do reaction videos and maybe work with other great YouTubers out there. Because it's going to be, the season will be finished soon. Maybe I'll do the Euros. Maybe I'll get into that. Be nice to get away from Arsenal because it's just a dagger in the heart. It's just painful, isn't it? It's just bloody painful. So if anyone wants to jump on, you are welcome. But yeah, Mohammed says, I think Emery didn't take all his chances with Arsenal. The opposite with what the club did with Arteta. They gave him so much time, even if he's doing a disaster. I really want to know why. So all his chance with Arsenal, the opposite what the club did with Arteta. Well, I think Emery didn't take all his chance with Arsenal. The opposite what the club did. Yeah, I don't know if you're referring to Arteta. I don't know because maybe he looks amazing and he dresses amazing. That's the only reason I can think that uh, Arteta's still here. And for some, he's got credible bank with this FA Cup because if a Daniel Ek or a Dangote comes in, I don't think they would keep Arteta because there's no reason to keep him. Like I said, even if he wins the Europa League, he's got to go. So yeah, I think that is covers everything. So we've got. If I go, I don't think anyone's going to come on. That's fine, no problem. So Balogun signed till 2025. Great, fantastic. But I want to see Eddie Nketiah going in the summer. Daniel Ek, could he not buy Arsenal? Could Dangote could he not buy Arsenal? We want to see these guys put serious offers on the table to buy them. That's the thing. You know what I mean? Because if 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 it's like I said, it's all very good his intention, but we want to see it written down. And on top of that, Kroenke out. More protests apparently on the possibly this Sunday. If anyone knows in the chat, if Kroenke out protests are coming, let me know. There's more to come. And Unai Emery, we've got Unai Emery. He's back. We should be wary because he's going to have something on this sleeve, something on this sleeve, something down here. He is going to be ready for us for sure. And yeah, it's going to be such a good game. I will next go live unless I absolutely massive breaking news, which I'll do a video anyway. I'll be back Thursday straight after the game to get your feelings and reaction. And yes, Kroenke out, Arteta out. We move on to Unai Emery. Good evening to you, sir. Guys, thank you so much for watching. You have all been wonderful. I'm going to wrap it up. Unless there's any more comments, just have a look. Any more comments? I'll wait a sec. But I think that is everything. Anybody wants to come on? No, that's fine, no problem. And yes, Unai Emery, will we beat him or will we knock him out? Let's wait and see. Any more development on Daniel Egg, I will bring that to you. Any more development on that, I will. And maybe I'll go live or I'll do a video. Guys, take care and I'll speak to you soon.